I have always been attracted to many different things. I have always had a lot of passions. I'm a freelance copywriter, a coach for freelance copywriters, a music producer, a recording artist, a comedian, and a YouTuber. This video is about how I balance work with my creative endeavors and still find time for having a social life and self-care. I think that you will find this video really helpful if you are a person with a lot of passion. Some people call it multi-potentialite, some people call it being a scanner, a manifesting generator. If you relate to any of that stuff, or you're just like curious about how you could incorporate more creativity into your life without stressing yourself out, keep watching. One thing that's been really hard for me to learn is that I don't have to do it all myself. It's no secret if you've watched my other videos that I'm pretty skeptical of AI, but I have to admit that some AI tools can help you be faster on the more tedious aspects of creative projects. Tools like today's sponsor, Riverside. Lately, I've been using Riverside to help me speed up the time it takes me to edit my YouTube videos. I personally use Riverside to clean up my audio as well as my long-winded rants. I don't really script these videos. I write some bullet points and then I just talk, which is less work on scripting, a lot more work on editing. But Riverside uses text-based editing, so all I have to do is find the multiple paragraph rant about gas-powered leaf blowers, for example, and then I just delete it. Riverside also has a function where you can remove silence, and they have different options based on where you're going to post the video, like YouTube, TikTok, etc. I have a tendency to use a lot of filler words, such as It can really take hours to remove those from my videos, but with Riverside's smooth speech feature, I can eliminate all those pesky filler words in seconds. I can also download transcripts of my audio. So if I wanted to make a blog post or an email newsletter with the same content as my YouTube video, I could do that like in minutes. It's super easy and it saves me a lot of time. So my workflow is after I film a video, I take all the talking clips and I upload them to Riverside, where I use the silence remover and the smooth speech tools. And I use the text-based editing feature to cut out any segments where I went way off topic. If you want to cut down on the annoying parts of content creation and get back to doing the things that you love, try Riverside for free by using the link in the description below and use promo code Colleen15 for 15% off an individual paid plan. Okay, now back to the rest of the video. So I think we can all relate to, like, if we're working at our jobs all day and when 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whenever you're done with work rolls around, like, kind of the last thing you want to do is your hobbies, like your passion projects, your creative work, even if you get paid for your creative work. Like, if I hit that couch after I'm done working, that's it. Like, I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna like practice the piano or work my way through a course that I'm doing. So right now, my biggest priority, my number one priority, is working through a course that I purchased called The Reverse Engineer. I'm learning how to produce, mix, and master music to industry standard. It's a very long and involved course, and it's gonna take me like at least another year to finish it probably. I was having a really hard time fitting this into my day, even though like I spent a lot of money on this and I really want to learn this stuff, but like after I had done all my work stuff for the day, the last thing I wanted to do was continue to sit at this computer and watch videos and do homework to complete the coursework. So I started doing it first thing in the morning. And that brings me to tip 2, which is to do your main passion project right when you wake up. And I know what you're thinking. I don't want to get up early. I'm not a morning person, blah, 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 blah. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. Sorry, you will. Just do it. I'm not a morning person, and I don't wake up earlier to do this because I'm a freelancer. My day is more flexible, but when I do wake up, I usually wake up around like 7:30 or 8. I just make my matcha and I sit down at my desk and I do my ear training and I do my course and I do it for an hour. I don't really feel like doing it in the morning. I would rather like read a book or just sit outside or something. It's an investment in my future self. I actually do feel like really empowered after I do that every day because I know that I'm investing in my future and I am prioritizing my art and keeping my soul alive. Another thing I used to really struggle with was I would have so many ideas, but I would become overwhelmed and never do them. And I had ideas in every little notebook, in Notion, in Asana. I would just send texts to people, like I'd send voice memos to my best friend describing all my ideas, but I would never do my ideas, and I felt bad. I was becoming overwhelmed and not pursuing anything. So I really had to come up with this system for project management, which just sounds like the most boring thing on earth. And it is, and as a neurodivergent person, I really struggle with like organization, prioritizing, and project management. So I had to find a system that would work for me. A lot of like typical business advice, you know, getting things done, the 7 habits of effective people or whatever. It didn't work for me because it's not written for neurodivergent people or women or like whatever it is in my brain that makes that kind of thing like not work for me, and I would beat myself up about it. But then I realized that I am not inherently wrong, which is the assumption I always operated under for my entire life. Just because I'm different doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It's just like this technique isn't the right one for me. I read a book called Refuse to Choose, which validated the fact that I have many passions and I feel very inspired often and I have a lot of things that I want to do. The author gives a lot of great advice for different personality types. She has like at least 6 different personality types in there and suggestions on like how to handle your different passions. So based on her advice, I kind of combined 2 of the types into something that works best for me. And so it is this. I take all my ideas and I put them up on this wall on Post-it notes. They are color-coded by the endeavor, I guess you would say. So all my ideas go up on this wall. So the biggest chunk of the wall is just ideas. That's it. They're ideas. They have no due date in mind. It's just something I'd like to do. Then there is the to-do column. So this is where I will get a little bit more organized. I divide up all the projects I want to do into like steps that will take no more than 2 days usually. Probably 1 day if I was just like really dedicated to it. For example, for a YouTube video, I have the script, filming, rough edit, final edit, and then uploading thumbnail, email. Those all go together. So then I like to assign a due date to it, but I'm kind of like a soft deadline person. I like to be like, yeah, I'm shooting to have this done on Thursday, but if something happens and I can't get it done, then Friday is okay too. That's how I operate. I don't want to push myself too hard because I will get stressed out. I don't want to get burned out and freak myself out. So then I put them on my Google Calendar because the Google Calendar helps me to realistically see how long something is going to take me, and if it's due on the 23rd, then once I like put in like weekends and like other projects I have to do, then I'm like, oh my God, I need to start on this on the 15th, which might be a lot sooner than I would have expected if I had just kept it on the wall. Once things get into that to-do column, they are also going into Google Calendar. Google Calendar is also color-coded to match the Post-it notes. I try to overestimate how long everything will take me so that I can meet deadlines as much as I possibly can. I also like to plot out pretty far into the future so that I don't overextend myself. Like, I'm working on this album for this artist until March, so I should actually really like put in all the time it's gonna take to complete that album so that I don't say yes to projects that I really don't have time for because I am like a chronic yes girl. Like I'll just be like, yeah, of course, I'll do that. Like if a project sounds fun, I want to do it, but sometimes it's like, I really don't have time to do it. And I'm not perfect with this. Like you can probably tell, my YouTube videos, I intend to upload every other week. I have not been able to stick with that this year, but I'm getting a better handle on all of this. And finally, if you have control over your schedule, I recommend leaving a day open, at least one day open a month where you don't put anything on it. And then you're just like, this is an overflow day for stuff that just doesn't get done. Those tasks that you like keep pushing off and putting off and putting off, just do it on the overflow day. So even though I literally just said that I am like obsessed with Google Calendar and I put all this stuff on there, I still take breaks when I need to. I don't really like schedule my breaks onto my Google Calendar because I'm going off of like, when I feel like I need a break, I just take a break. If you start to get that like, I need a break feeling and you keep going, you are going to get burned out if you keep doing that. Your body and your brain are telling you to stop, go outside, eat a snack, pet your dog, do something else. Like it's telling you to stop, and if you take a break, you're gonna come back refreshed and do better work, whether that's creative or like not creative work. You're gonna be more focused and more alert and present if you take more breaks. So I can tell when I need a break because I start to like lose focus. I start to get like angry or frustrated, or sometimes literally Peaches just comes and like, Peaches is my dog if you're new to this channel. She comes and just like starts like pushing her snoot onto my arm and staring at me like, so that's a good clue that I need a break. For me, the best kinds of breaks involve like going outside, moving my body, having a snack, or sometimes I like to just do something unexpected. It reminds me of that movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Like that's how they like jump to different dimensions or whatever. Like I just do something weird, which just reminds me like, this is all a fiction. You know, all the things I think I have to do. None of this is real. None of this matters. Like it's fine. Just stepping outside of the matrix for a second. And like, even if you just like lay on the floor and like look at your house from like a different angle, I think it can help you like shake up your brain and like remember like, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's not. What is not a break is looking at your phone. It's not. Sometimes we have to do stuff that's not fun. For me, any kind of admin is not fun. My bookkeeping, answering emails, doing little things with like affiliate links and posting on social media, like that's not fun. I hate all that stuff, but you have to do it. So what I do is if I will batch like a bunch of admin together and I'll just be like, all right, on Tuesday at 11 a.m., it's admin time, baby. And then I will take my computer and I will go to a coffee shop and I will get all my admin done. I'll get like an iced coffee. I don't usually drink coffee, so like having like a coffee is like so much caffeine that I'm like, I'm like locked and loaded. I am so locked in. I will just like get so much shit done in like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll leave the coffee shop and it's like another person did it for me. I like go into the zone. I like black out and I do all my admin work. I also do this for a lot of copywriting projects because I don't really love doing copywriting anymore. It's kind of boring because I've just been doing it for so long. It's like not a challenge for me. So I'll just go to a coffee shop and knock it out. Then it's done. I don't have to worry about it. I can come back here and fuck around with my instruments and stuff. I feel like I have had a lot of shame about this in the past, but now I'm kind of like feeling less shame about it. I also like plan when I'm gonna have fun. Like if you're gonna do all this stuff to plan your work and your creativity, you might as well like take these cool like organizational skills and use them to plan like spending time with friends or doing novel things, like new things, going new places, doing new things, because that's really good for your brain. So I actually will put in my calendar planning time. Once a month, I will just sit down and plan out what I want to do for that month. Like fun stuff, like concerts, comedy shows, going hiking, maybe having like a dinner party, maybe going to like a trivia night with my friends or going to karaoke or something. I think it's really important to be intentional and make sure that you are still prioritizing pleasure and fun in your life and you're not working all the time, because even though like creativity is fun and it feels good, take it from me, you don't want your whole life to just be making money and making art. You need to have other things in your life. I also like to make seasonal bucket lists so that I make sure that I do like all the fun things that each season has to offer, because I live in a place where we have all 4 seasons, so I really want to make the most of it. Like if the whole summer goes by and I don't go to the beach, what the fuck am I doing? Or like it's fall and I don't like pick some apples? Or if it's winter and I don't like go on like a snowy hike? Or if it's spring and I don't see the cherry blossoms? Okay, so those are my best tips for incorporating work, creativity, and play into your life. Just to reiterate, do your passion project first thing in the morning. Just so you make sure that you actually do it. Learn project management skills that work for your brain. Batch annoying content and trick yourself into thinking someone else did it by going to a coffee shop. Use AI tools to save time on tedious tasks and prioritize having a life. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, comment. That's how the YouTube algorithm knows that you like this stuff, and like other people would probably like it as well. I would hope. I don't know though. Maybe no one likes it. Whatever. And check out Riverside. They also have, you can use all their tools for podcasting as well. And remember to use the promo code Colleen15 to get 15% off an individual paid plan, and the link for that is below. And if you have any ideas for videos in the future, let me know in the comments. Okay, bye. Watch for deer.